Hey, welcome to Thursday Thoughts, everybody.
Hey,
We're gonna start a little different today.
I noticed that.
So, I want to take just a few seconds and just watch the sunrise. Okay. So, for you that can't see, this is what we're gonna be looking at. We're not gonna miss school, but I want you to watch that for about 15, let's say 20 seconds, and don't say anything. Just watch the sunrise. We're just gonna pause for a minute. We'll let everybody else watch it too. Okay, that was a good start to our morning. Let's go carpool, guys.
That girl was so... No, we don't want to start!
I think they're all fighting over who gets to drive, but I need my breakfast, so. Okay. All right.
Yeah, everyone was late, Mom. Yeah, everyone was late.
We're back. Okay.
Alright.
That works here. That's still working.
Oh!
I guess I'll All right, you guys.
Sit on the ground today.
This week, last week, you guys had a substitute for your Thursday Thoughts. How'd that go?
Awesome.
Yeah? So do you guys know where I was?
Yeah, Glacier National Park.
Yeah, look, I got a hat to prove it. She did better than me. She's way better looking than me. So I went to Glacier National Park with some friends of mine to go explore and have some adventures. And that was good for my soul. And so it got me thinking about when I was in college, I had a professor who taught a class, and he introduced me to a book and an author that was pretty inspirational. Has anybody here heard of the author David Thoreau? Is that familiar to anybody? No? Okay. I'm going to tell you a little bit about David Thoreau. So he lived, like 150, 175 years ago, in that kind of range. And he lived in Massachusetts. And he went to Harvard, and he decided that he was going to go live by himself. And so he built a one-room cabin in the woods off of a lake, a little pond called the Walden Pond, and he lived by himself. And he did that for 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days that he lived by himself. Now, he wasn't alone the whole time. He would go visit town if he needed something, or people would wander into the woods and find him and chat with him, but majority of that time he spent by himself. And the reason that I had you guys watch the sunrise this morning was because I wanted you to just have a little peace and quiet and let your mind just kind of think. That's what I got to do this past week when I was in Montana, just get to observe nature and think. And that was pretty awesome. So I wanted to share a quote from from this book that he wrote after kind of basically living in nature in quiet for 2 years. Okay, I don't know, can you guys imagine that? Like, I bet all the moms and dads right now are going, that sounds awesome. But I don't know if you guys would even like want that. Could you imagine living by yourself? No friends, really? No TV, no phones, no anything. That sounds pretty hard, huh?
Sounds fun.
Sounds like an adventure, but maybe a little more appealing to people who are a little more older, I guess, maybe. But anyway, he said there's a couple lines from his book I wanted to read to you. So he said, God is beneath our feet, but he is also above our heads. And I think that he probably, that's very profound in my mind, okay? Because anyway, just think about that. I'll let you think about that. The other thing he said was, he really had this goal for simplicity in his life, okay? Obviously, if you're living in a one-bedroom cabin by yourself, that you don't have a lot of material things. But he said, I do not wish to be any more busy with my hands than is necessary. My head is hands and feet. So that book is full of very thought-provoking and just inspirational thoughts. And so I wanted to share that with you and just give you a little introduction to Henry David Thoreau. And I'm sure that at some point during your schooling, you're going to run into him. You're going to probably have a chance to read that book and to kind of get a glimpse of what it was like for somebody to just observe nature. Like he would watch the leaves change, and he would see the change in the leaves on the tree in the fall and see what progress they made every single day. And anyway, that's just an invitation for you to take a moment, maybe not 2 years at a time, but maybe 20 seconds at a time, and go watch the sunrise, or go stare at a tree, or look at the dirt for a minute and just let your mind kind of go and realize that you are in a place that God created both beneath your feet and above your head. And that is your Thursday Thought with Brad.
Bye,